hope you guys are having an amazing weekend, an amazing Sunday. Today's video is going to be this look. It is nice and it is casual and it is casual glam. It's good for so many different occasions. So without further ado, I am just going to get right into it. It is literally the most beautiful day after the weather we have been having. It has been crazy wet and today is super sunny and it makes me so happy. So today I thought I would do a sort of casual video. I haven't done one of these since basically my last, maybe it was like my Switzerland get ready with me, and I just wanted to sit down and just film a makeup look. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I do have some lashes here, but I'm not 100% sure I will use them, but I just wanted to talk you through some of the products that I've been loving lately, and let's do this. So it's not surprising, but the primer I'm going to use today is my Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I am actually coming to the end of this, which makes me really sad, but it's just amazing that I feel like I will definitely be repurchasing this. For foundation today, I'm going to be mixing two. So I'm going to take some of my Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser, and this is in the shade Alaska, and I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of my Mercier Silk Cream Foundation in the shade Cashew Beige. I am loving this combination at the moment because Alaska is like a little bit too light for me, but it has a really nice gorgeous kind of yellowy undertone to it, and it's a tinted moisturiser which makes it super comfortable to wear. And the Mercier one is just way too dark for me. Like, my tan is faded so bad. So these two together just give a really nice amount of coverage and make the skin look really nice and flawless. Alright, so a concealer I've been falling back in love with recently is the Maybelline New York. This is one of their Fit Me concealers, and this one is in the shade Light, number 10. I adore their shade Sand, but it's like the first time I've ever used one of their concealers all the way to the bottom, so I've officially run out. But I think that now that I'm fading, this colour actually will work really well. I want quite a bit of coverage under my eyes today because I feel like I haven't been sleeping that well, and it shows in the form of circles under my eyes. Then I'm just going to use the same brush, and this brush is a Zoeva 103 Definer Buffer brush. I really like it. I love the angle. It really just blends in your makeup really well. By the way, I was thinking about this the other day, and I would love to know if you are watching this video from somewhere other than New Zealand. So if you are from some global location, I would love to know if you could comment down below. I think the reach of YouTube and who actually watches your videos is like super interesting, so I would love to know if you are from somewhere outside of New Zealand. This morning has been super nice. I went and caught up with a friend. She's planning a trip. She's doing a Kentucky trip in Europe, and part of her trip is going to Barcelona, so we were like looking at some hotel options and like just general accommodation options, and I love talking about anything travel, so I was so excited for her, and it's coming up super soon, so I'm so jealous. She's gonna have an amazing time. It's like a Kentucky trip, but instead of it being like more about the partying and everything, it's called Munch. So basically it's more about boutique sort of eating venues, and I think that's so cool that they're doing sort of like limited edition Kentucky trips, because it really does target different types of people and how they like to travel, and she is all about the food, so it's perfect for her. For brows today, my hair is a little bit darker, so I think I'm going to take some of my Becca, this is the Ombre Nudes eyeshadow palette, but I think it's really good for brows because it has a lot of sort of like cool tone shades, and you could use it for blonde, brunette, whatever you like. So I'm going to take the darker shade and I'm going to fill my brows in. And this is a Zoeva 322 brow line brush. My lips are so dry. Oh, face always looks so much better with brows done. I'm going to set my brows, and I'm going to use my Eyeko Tinted Brow Gel. This stuff, amazing. If you can get your hands on it. I think they have it on either the Mecca or the Sephora website for if you are in New Zealand. Otherwise it's pretty easy to get overseas. So I'll pop a link down below if you want to check it out. It's just super affordable and it lasts forever. so good. I think it's nice because it's definitely not a crispy brow gel. It's definitely a more natural brow gel. Right, so I think I'm going to move on to setting down my face because I'm weird like that. I like to do it in a bit of a random order. So I'm going to be taking my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light and a massive Hourglass brush. And I'm just going to set that down. My skin's actually looking quite dewy because of that Tinted moisturiser, which I quite like, but I think on camera it's also coming up a little bit reflective, so this powder should help that. Love a good amount of dewy skin. Alright, so I think I'm going to do some bronzing, and for this I'm going to take my Too Faced. This is one of the Chocolate Soleil bronzers. It's in the shade Medium Deep. Gotta do the classic, smells like chocolate, smells amazing. And I'm just going to take my little sort of, what even is this? It's like a blush brush, but I use it for bronzer. And just bronze my skin up. It's so weird because it's technically autumn here, but today it's like 22, maybe even more degrees Celsius. It's so warm and it's so nice. I feel like the seasons have completely changed. You know, back then, or back in the day, it would have been definitely a lot cooler now, but it seemed like the warmer weather came later and it's staying later. But, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. Love a bit of warmth. It's just really, really weird to think about. So if you're from the Northern Hemisphere, is it warming up your way? Is it like officially spring? Or are you still kind of freezing it out? Because I know it can get super cold over those ways. Blend that in with my big powder brush. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of like a corally blush, and for this I'm using my Milani Baked Blusher in Luminoso. It's like an old classic. Just a little bit, just to give my skin some depth, some word just gone out of my mouth. Some life, really. I know I'm doing this completely backwards, but following on from that, I'm also going to put on some highlight, and this is the Becca highlight in the shade Champagne Pop. How beautiful is that? And I'm going to use a Raw Techniques setting brush. This is the nicest, just like beautiful golden highlight. It's very intense, but I love it. I'm just gonna blend that because that is a bit intense. Someone went a bit heavy-handed. Alright, so I'm gonna move on to my eyes, and hopefully my camera is not going to die on me. So I'm just gonna take a brush. This one has a little bit of brown eyeshadow on it. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of my face powder just over my eyes just to set it. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to keep it really basic. This is one of my favourite brown eyeshadows, and I feel like it's beautiful with like green eyes or hazel eyes, and it makes your eyes look a little bit more green. It is the Kiko Infinity Eyeshadow in 210, and I think it's just amazing. So I'm just going to take that brush, which is a Zoeva 221 Luxe Soft Crease Brush, and just put this all over the lid. I just love how low-key this shadow is. It just looks really, really good. I'm also going to take this small little smudger brush and pop a little bit under my eyes. Then taking a clean, this is the MAC 217, just making sure that's all blended. Alright, so I want to do a little bit of smudged out liner. So I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in Demolition. It's one of those double-ended pencils. And I will actually use a closer mirror for this. You just want to smudge it into your lash line slightly. And then this is my favourite brush for smudging. It is the Zoeva Detail Shader and it's a 237 brush. Just want to gently smudge that out just to soften it. So that just gives you like a really good base to have some definition to your eyes. And then I'm going to take the same eyeshadow palette and I'm really just taking something with like a dark colour in. So I'm taking the same shade I took for my eyebrows on a small sort of angled brush. And I'm just really pushing this over the top. And that just gives you that really kind of smudged effect. It really softens it, but it also sets it, so it will last a lot longer. Then you want to take a little bit of that liner and just do your lower lash line because I want a bit more definition. And I'm just going to take that same angle brush and just smudge it out. I'm going to curl my lashes. I don't think I'm going to do false lashes because I want this to be like a more everyday look. Then for mascara, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline False Lash, no, the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I love this mascara. Alright, so for lips, I think I'm going to do a combination of two, and this is the, what is it? It's the Nudestix Lip and Cheek Pencil in Ripe. So I'm going to do that first. It's definitely coming out more orange on camera than it is in real life. It's not actually that bright. So I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Nars. This is one of the Velvet Gloss Lip Pencils in the shade More. It's one of my favourites. It's better. I just want to like nude it down a little bit, make it a little bit more brown. So this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed filming it and just kind of having a chilled out talk where we can do our makeup together, do something simple, something super wearable, and use some products that are really amazing, some real true favorites. I hope you liked this type of video and I will see you again next time. Bye!